What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little something different. I'm gonna talk about water. Everybody knows water is important. You need it to live. Today I want to show you how dirty my water from the faucet is. I live in a city and the water quality isn't the best, to say the least. Maybe where you live, the water is better, especially out in like mountain areas or farmland, out in the country. I don't live in those areas. I live in a metropolitan area, and I have for most of my life. The water, I've noticed whenever I would drink from a faucet, a public water fountain, even at restaurants, when they offer you a glass of water, it just tasted so weird and not clean to me. And I always preferred like bottled water and things like that. So today I'm actually going to show you how dirty the water can be from your tap. I have two glasses here. Empty Hennessy glasses. Don't drink alcohol, it's bad. And what I'm going to use is a device called a water electrolyzer. And what this device does is it brings out the impurities in the water and shows you them clearly. So let's get started. It'll take about anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes for the water to be electrolyzed fully and show you the impurities. So I'm going to start now, and I'm going to tell you a little story about my water journey. I'm going to fill the left glass with tap water, as you can see here. And now I'm going to pour water that I drink. I've been drinking for the past 10 years in this glass. I'm going to keep the camera focused so you can know that there's no tampering being done. Put this back, Chris. You can already kind of see, well, no. But no, you can't really. I mean, of course, this one's colder. It came out the fridge, so that's why it looks a little bit more frosty. But as you can see, this water on the left looks very clear. I mean, you can see behind it. You don't see anything floating in it. The glass is pretty clean. There are a few air bubbles on top, but that's okay. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, put this device in. Let's turn it on. Now, if you want to just skip ahead, I'll put a timestamp right now to the end result. But if you want to listen to my story, then I'll proceed. So, about, I'd say 13 years ago, 12 years ago, I had a job where I would go all around the metropolitan area and the surrounding counties, and I would help people in their homes, apartments, offices. And I was just about getting done for the day. I was leaving the apartment complex, and a Chinese woman comes up to me, and she's, very desperate, very concerned, and she's just like, "Oh, please, pleading with me, please, can you come to my apartment?" Even though I was just about to leave for the day. And wow, it's kind of changing color really fast. So against my will, I followed her to her apartment to help her. she's talking the whole time. I mean, it's one of these ladies that just won't stop talking about anything and everything. And we go in her apartment, and she's just talking. I do my job. She's talking. I finish my job. She's talking. And it's like every time that I like try to get out of the conversation, she just starts a new one. So I'm slowly like easing my way out of her apartment to try and give her like a clue that I'm, trying to leave. And she stops me and she says, "Would you like something to drink? Would you like some water?" And at this point, I was just so enamored with how persistent she was. And I said, "Screw it. You know what? Fine. Let me have a water," and continue to listen to you talk. And look at how that water is changing. Wow. So, she tells me, "You don't drink tap water, do you?" And I kind of laughed a little bit and was like, "Nah, I don't like how it tastes." And she's like, "Good. It's really dirty. Do you want to see how dirty it was?" And then my mind kind of just shifted and was like, "Wow, that sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, can you show me how dirty?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll show you." So she pulls out this exact device right here, and she's like, "Tap water is really dirty, and I haven't drank it in many, many, many years." So she pulls out this device. She shows me how dirty the water is, and she compares it to the water that she drinks. And once I started seeing this, I mean, as you can see, look at this water. It's crazy. Um, once she showed me this, my mind was blown. I was like, "Geez, like we've grown up on water like this. We cook with this water, we bathe with this water, and drink this water. Like it's amazing." Um, and it's not so uh inconceivable why people get all these ailments and sicknesses. Like it's a lot of it can come from the water, especially when it's bad water like this. So what you're saying is the water being electrolyzed and the um, metals that are in the water and amongst other things. But let me not jump over the top. So when she shows me this process, my mind was blown. I wanted to tell everybody, and to my disbelief, a lot of people just didn't care. Like they weren't blown away as much as I was, and I just wanted to share it with as many people as I could. Um, and it changed my life as far as the water that I consume. I've been getting alkaline, purified, osmosis, filtrated water for the past at least 10 years. And it's the only water that I drink. Now, like I said, out in oh, my chicken's done cooking some shit right now. For the past, if you live in certain areas, the tap water could be fine. I'm not saying it's like this everywhere. I'm just showing you how it is where I live. And as you can clearly see, there's a thick layer on top of the material that's kind of floated to the top. I will mix that around to show you how dark it is. But I mean, that just changed my life. And it's fascinating how how many people just don't care about what I'm showing. Maybe you do. Hopefully you do. Make a change for the better, for your health, and drink better water. But now let me explain the water on the right. Here, it looks like apple juice. The color apple juice, maybe urine. It's very gold. Now, the reason why that is because it's simply the alkaline being revealed in the water. It's nothing but alkaline. If you look at this one here, look at that. Look at the top of that water. It's bubbling up. You can't tell, but this glass feels hot, like it's hot water, even though I poured cold water in it. And this one is still as cold as when I took it out the fridge. As you can see, I'm getting the frost off of there. This one is hot. I think if I leave it in there a little bit, you might see it smoke up a little bit. But yeah, this water is just completely unappetizing, to say the least. And it's like, it's crazy to think that you've been, drinking this and showering with it and, being served it like some of you, most of your lives, if you didn't know any better. And there it is. It's a little bit of smoke coming up. You can maybe see it. I mean, look at that. Now here's the crazy part, right? The crazy part is when it comes out the tap, looks completely fine. When I poured it into the glass, you could see how clear that it was. Yeah, you can see some of the smoke faintly. But just imagine, right? Just imagine how many chemicals are in the water to treat the water. Yeah, you can see it smoking. How many chemicals are in the water to treat the water so that it looks clear? Let's turn this off. Yeah, just imagine what it takes to make this water look clear. Again, on the right is the alkaline water that I've been drinking for 10 years. On the left is tap water. And that's really all I wanted to show you. Time is important. I appreciate you sharing yours with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope that you come back next time. Until then, I'm Strategy. This is a different era. And that water looks crazy.